20 players dropped into a match that felt wrong from the first second. No lobby chatter, no music, just breathing and something waiting. When the storm closes, you'll realize the last player isn't actually playing at all. Welcome to another story, everyone. This one is called The Last Player Left. And just a fair warning, it is extremely scary. Viewer discretion advised. Let's get into it.
Whoa!
I shouted as soon as I loaded into the match. The match loaded faster than usual. Too fast. Something was off. On Spawn Island, there was no dance-offs, no kids surrounding rare skins, no people screaming into their mics, just silence. Thick, sticky silence, like the air before thunder. I checked the player count. 20 players. There's usually 100, so that's really weird, I muttered. What is this, Fortnite Lite? No response. My mic icon flickered anyway, like something had heard me, but no one was responding. The battle bus horn never played. Instead, a low, distorted hum crawled through my headset. The island below looked dimmer, colors muted, shadows heavier. The ocean didn't shimmer, it just stared. Okay, I laughed nervously. This is already cursed. The doors opened without warning, and I jumped out of the battle bus. I decided to land near Fatal Fields, or what should have been Fatal Fields. Some of the barns that were usually there weren't, and the ones that were bent, like cardboard props left out in rain. Corn stalks twisted toward me as I ran, leaves rattling like teeth. 19 players remaining. I hadn't even found a gun yet, so I don't know how someone had already died. But I just disregarded it as someone maybe leaving the match. I opened a chest, no jingle, just a wet sound, like pulling tape off of skin. Inside was a gray pistol and nothing else. I'd never gotten that bad a loot from a golden chest. Not even any ammo. The storm timer never appeared. Then, 18 players remaining. 17 players remaining. People were dying quick, but I didn't really seem to hear any gunfire or any fights, so I was confused at this point. Alright, nope, I whispered. That's not normal. That's not even close to normal. Gunfire echoed in the distance now, except it didn't echo. It just stopped mid-sound like someone slammed a door on reality. I ran toward it anyway because I'm an idiot and curiosity is my default skin. I found loot scattered across a dirt road. Weapons, shield pots, gold bars, but there were no bodies. Just player names hovering in the air, flickering, then blinking out. I crouched. Hello? I said. Is anyone there? My own voice sounded delayed, like it had to ask permission. 12 players remaining. The number dropped again while I was staring. I saw someone sprint across a hill. Default skin, no back bling.
Hey, yo!
I called. They stopped and slowly turned. No weapon equipped, no emote, just a pickaxe and a name tag. Their head tilted a few degrees too far. Then, 11 players remaining. They vanished. Not eliminated, but teleported. Just gone. I laughed out loud at first, but then it started to creep me out. I think my computer has a virus, or something. By the time the storm finally started moving, there were 5 players left. I hadn't seen a single fight. The storm wall looked diseased. Purple veins pulsed through it, throbbing like a migraine given form. I built a box on a hill and tried to calm down. Focus, I told myself. Endgame rules. You got this. High ground, low expectation. Footsteps crunched below me. Hey, I said, aiming down sights. I'm over here. No response. This match is already weird enough, and now players won't even recognize me. It's like they don't have any survival instincts. Eventually a voice replied, but not through proximity chat. Through my headset directly. You sound tired. I froze. That's not a feature, I whispered. A figure stepped into view, same blank skin as before, and no name tag. I've been here a long time, it said. Its mouth didn't move. Matches blur together. I aimed at its head and shot, but nothing happened. It smiled. Its face stretched, polygons tearing, mouth opening wider than the model allowed. 4 players remaining. You're not a player, I said. No, it replied. I'm what's left. I didn't understand what that meant, and at this point, I'm considering leaving the match. The victory royale isn't worth it for me. The storm closed us in. The last 2 players died off screen in rapid succession. 2 players remaining. It was just me and this creature. The final circle shrank to a patch of dead grass. The sky above glitched, flashing raw black between clouds. "You can't win," I said, voice shaking. "This is still a match." It stepped closer. Each footstep distorted the ground, textures tearing like flesh. "I win when you quit," it said, "or when you stay." Ridiculous courage surged through me, the kind that shows up right before you die horribly. "All right," I snapped. "Let's go. Build battle." I built a little base and started to open fire. The bullets hit the player, but didn't. They sank into its body, stretching the model instead of damaging it. Numbers never popped up. The player flew toward me and grabbed my arm. The screen shook violently. My character screamed, which is something I've never seen in a game of Fortnite. I yanked my mouse, swapped weapons, pulled out a rocket launcher I had picked up earlier in the game. I fired point blank. The explosion didn't knock the player back. It tore it apart. The last player's body ruptured outward, not in clean shards like usual eliminations, but in meat and wire in broken geometry. His limbs tore apart and stretched impossibly, tearing free in strips. Its torso peeled open, layers of red muscle rendered in horrifying detail, far beyond Fortnite's cartoon limits. Blood, actual blood, splashed across the grass, soaking in instead of vanishing. The entity or player or whatever it was screamed horribly. The sound shredded my ears. Even though I had stopped attacking him, his head split down the middle, jaw unhinging as teeth rained onto the ground like dice. One arm crawled away on twitching fingers, and another dissolved into strings of gore and flickering pixels. I stumbled away from my computer screen at this point, gagging. This isn't supposed to look like this. The entity collapsed and convulsed. Its health bar appeared for the first time. It emptied. The pile of gore seemed to look up at me. "Thank you," it whispered. "Now I can leave." The player disappeared, but I didn't get the victory banner or anything. I was just the last player left, and the island went dark. I queued for a next match, but nothing ever came of it. In fact, every time I open Fortnite, I'm in the same match, as if I took the place of the entity or whatever that other player was. To this day, the match still haunts me, and I consider never playing Fortnite again. If you made it to the end of this story, I really appreciate you, and if you liked this, then consider subscribing because I will be making more. And also, feel free to leave any comments or anything you want to see in the future because I will be reading all of them and responding. And thank you, everyone.